Hi, I am Marty Rosendale, CEO of the Maryland Tech Council, and I'm here today with Michael Sawgaller, who's with the National Cancer Institute Office of Technology Transfer. Michael, welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure, Michael. Michael, could you take a minute and tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the NCI Tech Transfer Office?
Sure. So my background is originally in medical research. I started at NIH on the faculty there and then actually left to join a startup company and lead their research and development. I've had 10 years leading small companies, spent some time in venture capital, was part of a boutique lobby firm in downtown DC working with healthcare companies, and returned to NCI about 4 years ago to head the new Invention, Development, and Marketing Unit for NCI's Tech Transfer Center. Tech transfer is simply that when an entity such as NIH, we are not permitted to bring our own technologies to market, so they need to be transferred to a commercial partner to get them to the patient and the marketplace. So at its most basic, when we come up with a technology, it needs to be transferred to a commercial partner, and that's at its most basic what technology transfer is. So our particular unit serves in a quasi-business development capacity to go outside of NIH and try to find both companies to in-license our assets, as well as collaborate with us to bring important medical solutions to market.
Hey, Michael, you've been a longtime supporter of the life sciences industry in Maryland, the Maryland Tech Council, and the industries in general. You and I have had the opportunity to talk about NCI and tech transfer and how both of us feel like companies really aren't taking enough advantage of what the NCI and the federal laboratories have to offer. What would you like to say to future collaborators, future partners about the NCI and tech transfer today?
So I'm hoping that when a company is, for example, looking for a partnership to bring a technology forward to the marketplace, when a company or an investor, an entrepreneur, a family office is looking for a technology to build a new company or to augment an existing pipeline, we're hoping that they'll look to the National Institutes of Health and to the federal labs consortium in general for those technologies and those partnerships rather than the traditional source of academic centers and research centers.
Mm-hmm. So Michael, what are the differences? That academic research centers that obviously have tech transfer offices as well, and what are the differences typically between how they operate and what they offer versus what the federal labs and the NCI offers?
Well, one way that that we're similar is that we both have innovations which are available for people to work with. We also have thought leaders and key opinion leaders throughout a range of disorders and diseases that have strong market potential. So in that ways, we're similar. One way that we're slightly different is I like to say we have a slightly different business model. A number of tech transfer offices at other entities are really seen as a revenue generator for their institution, a way to bring in additional support. We have sort of the model where we are trying to improve global health and the quality and quantity of lives. And so because of that, our main emphasis is getting technologies out the door, either through partnerships or licensing, rather than the financial return that they could potentially bring.
That's fantastic. I think that key difference brings a lot of value, and it's something that I think not many people fully understand. So, Michael, is there anything that you'd like to cover that we haven't covered yet?
Well, one thing that's important is to briefly address a couple misconceptions about NIH. I mean, we certainly are the largest basic biomedical research center in the world. We're also the largest government funder of medical research around the world, providing a little over 35 billion US dollars each year to fund both basic translational and clinical research around the world. And we have a lot of thought leaders, and we publish a lot of papers. What is less well known is the extent of successful commercial activity that we do. At any one time, NIH is engaged in over 200 commercial partnerships and licensing discussions with entities that have the capacity and the knowledge base to bring those solutions to the patients who need them. And so we would like them to look to us as a licensee, a possible license source, as well as potential partner when they're looking to either bolster their pipelines or form new pipelines. And to understand that we have a lot of successful experience in this. For example, through our corporate partners, NIH has been part of 6 FDA approvals in the last 3.5 years. And I would put that statistic up against any pharma. And we also provide technologies that can both have a significant public health impact as well as a strong return to the company's bottom line. So what I like to say is we can bolster both your pipeline and your bottom line.
That's fantastic. I hadn't heard that statistic before about 6 FDA approvals in the last 3.5 years. That's amazing. So you not only have the technology to help build value in companies, but you have the experience, the expertise, and such to back it up as well.
Right. And you know, 2020 so far is, despite the pandemic, is really breaking all records as far as equity investment. It's breaking records as far as M&As and IPOs. And so when one looks at which sectors are traditionally the most attractive for investment or for M&A and IPO activity, things like oncology, neurology, platform technologies, metabolic disease, infectious disease, cardiovascular. One of our institutes checks off all those boxes. So we have important unmet medical needs solutions that also address major market needs.
Great. Michael, thank you. Again, this is Marty Rosendale, CEO of the Maryland Tech Council. I'm here with Michael Saugaller, who's with the National Cancer Institute Office of Technology Transfer. Michael, thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. It's greatly appreciated.
Thank you.